The horror that shocked the life out of me. I will go as far as these horror movies, and there are some that I just won't watch because I'm too scared. Okay, let's start. We have Virus on VHS and DVD. There you go. VHS as well. Horror Vision, cheap, low budget, nasty. Yeah, that. Terror Vision, absolutely just repulsive. It's so fun. It is actually funny. It is actually funny. It's so gross. Yeah. The original Thing on VHS. I mean, original by VHS. This is a remake from a 1950s horror, but it's the original VHS. Then the remake, which is set before it, the other one. This is yeah, from the people who did Dawn of the Dead, which I will include. This is, oh, it's so scary. It had me shook. It's CGI effects, but they're so good that I was pretty shook. And if you watch the end of that, leading into the start of this one, both of the VHS and the DVD, if you watch the end of that one, leading into this one, which is now supposed to be the second movie, because this one is set before it. You watch the end of this and the start of this, then it all makes sense. Annihilation, cosmic horror, shocking, absolutely shocking. I was shocked. I looked away at certain points. Another great one, definitely a big budget one. This, yeah, it's definitely a little bit nasty. Nasty horror, alien life form. Yeah. It's quite tragic. Event Horizon, there's the original VHS in, it's pretty much same as most of my VHSs, in mint condition. Special edition box, I think. There you go, it's as good as new. Absolutely as good as new. And we have cameras all over the place. Yeah, the DVD version as well, because I needed a clearer picture, to be honest, to appreciate the horror that was terrifying the life out of me. Screamers, with the guy who's RoboCop. Peter Weller, yeah, thought so. And there's the original VHS as well. It's it's pretty nasty. You know, it's as far as well, there's a few more actually that are a bit worse. Cape Fear. This is a remake. This is a 1990s remake. Robert De Niro is the bad guy in it, and it's absolutely he's the worst bad guy in a movie that you could ever see in a movie. This is a remake from an older movie called Cape Fear. Yeah, this film shook the life out of me, honestly. Absolutely. Slightly less shocking, but still just as disturbing, is Hollow Man. Yeah, you can tell just by watching the dude at the start of the movie, the character, you can tell if he gets the Hollow Man done to him. You can tell what he's gonna do, and it's just so obvious. But yeah, the storyline has to happen, so they make him Hollow Man, and he just is. It's disturbing. Mutant Chronicles. Yeah, this one's a funny one. I liked it. I really liked it. It's gory, definitely gory, and the monsters definitely a yeah very sinister. So yeah, this is another incredibly sinister one. Yeah, the next evolution in terror that would sort of definitely describe the relic. Yeah, beast, beast of a movie. Splice. My gosh. They created a monster, and I like the little DNA strand as the eye. And yeah, Splice is very, very pushes the limits. I'll just say it pushes the limits of what I will watch. Yeah, very, very touchy about horror. Speaking of being touchy about horror, this one, yeah, I was shocked, very shocked. I was so shocked. I was so shocked. I saw the first 10 minutes of it at a friend's house, and I was so shocked that I had to leave, I had to go to town. So I said, cheerio, and, sort of left. It wasn't because of the movie, I wanted to see more of it. I was absolutely shocked by its director's cut. Definitely true. That's actually true what they say on the cover. It's too shocking for cinemas. Probably too long for cinemas as well, because they have a time limit. So I think that's the real reason. But definitely, if they say it's too shocking for cinemas, nearly dropped the can. If they say that's too shocking for cinemas, even though it's time constraints, I still believe it, because it is actually more shocking than the original cut, the theatrical cut of Dawn of the Dead. Shocking. If you want to be terrified, then the director's cut, but the front cover of that with the little girl is tragic and freaky. Last one, and this is a good one. This is a great one. Hardware special edition. The most expensive DVD I've ever purchased, but there was only a few copies left, as far as the person who was selling it was saying. So I paid full whack for this. Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't resist it. I actually couldn't. I just couldn't resist it. I couldn't not see it on DVD. I'd watched it on VHS, and the VHS. I watched it on VHS, and this is great. This is basically. And look, it's got the Blockbuster rental on it, and yeah, and it even is so old that it states it. Oh, by the way, this is a science fiction. Hardware, disturbing. There's a nosy neighbour scene in it that's quite pushing the boundaries of real pervert guy. Excellent actor. He's passed away now, according to the director's commentary. And apparently the director and producer of this movie say the next door neighbour pervert was so disturbing. When he was on set, the makeup girls were absolutely terrified of him. Just because his character, he's actually done some really good works. The guy who plays the really sort of, he talks some really scary words over a voice comm, and he spies and stuff like that, and that's nothing to do with the storyline. When he actually interacts with the characters in the movie, he behaves more normal, but is still very, very quirky. The character is still very, very quirky. When I have friends over to see this film, as soon as the nosy neighbour scene starts, I would offer them a coffee, and if they didn't want one, I would go and make my own coffee, and if they did want a coffee, then I would go and make two, and leave them to watch the nosy neighbour scene alone, because I was unprepared. I was unprepared to sit through the dialogue that was being said in the scene, because I don't want to sit next to my mate watching a horror movie with the dialogue that was going on with the dirty talk over the voice comm. I just went and made a coffee, and when I come back in the room, one of my friends, I knew the scene had been over and the film was just getting on with it, and he just looked up at me and frowned. I think he worked out why I just went to make, a couple of coffees or yeah. I just let the nosy neighbour scene play, and he watched it, and when I came back in the room, he gave me the weirdest look ever, like, dude, what are you making me watch? He didn't say anything. He was too shocked by the perversity of what the guy was saying, but the actual front cover of this one isn't as good as the front cover of this one, which I think is terrifying. Yeah, that is Hardware, and it is genius. Lemmy's in it, Iggy Pop's in it. There's loads of actors that are really good in it, and it's just a shocking cyborg? No, robot. Yeah, definitely a robot, and it's just the most terrifying robot ever in a movie. Absolutely terrifying. I was shocked by the robot. It's absolutely insane and crazy. And the director, when the director of this movie, who is also a genius, Richard Stanley, when he was doing this film, he was told to pull back by the producers and the people who funded this film. He was going for the absolute hard cut, and they told him, no, we have to change some things here, because otherwise people are really going to be upset by some of the things that we're going to have you remove, change, reshoot, and they still kept a lot of the hard cut in. It's still a very hard cut movie. It's shocking, as I said, again, using the word completely shocking. Shocked the hell out of me the first time I saw it on VHS, and the quality of the VHS is so bad now. This is an ex-rental. Yeah, this is an ex-rental, and so it's been played many times. It's been rented out many times and played over and over again. So basically, the quality of it is pretty bad. That's why I got the Blu-ray. I haven't got around to watching it yet. It's still in its factory seal, because basically, the DVD of it, this one is fine to watch. I'll make a point about DVD. I grew up on VHS. I don't need the best picture quality ever. I grew up on VHS. DVD is fine. HD, that's it. Yeah, people complain when they buy a DVD. I've seen on the internet, when they buy a DVD, they complain about a DVD not being in HD. And I'm like, no mate, it's a DVD. It's not going to be in HD. It's a DVD. They're not HD. And people are complaining about it on the internet when they buy a DVD. They're saying, hey, this is not in HD. No mate, it's a DVD. And I'm guessing they never grew up on VHS. I don't know. But if you grew up like I did on VHS, DVD is fine. I'm such a fan of Hardware that I went and, I did get myself the old coffee mug. There's the Zone Tripper. He is so cool. Yeah, the Zone Tripper's the wicked character in the movie, and also the wickedest character in the movie is the actual robot itself. It is a freak. If you want to be shocked, get Hardware. and I'll tell you what, it's so good and it's so genius, but the hard cut makes me uncomfortable. Here we go.